Hello everyone, the Clouds here, and today guys I'm going to review a new Hero Factory set released in the first wave of 2012 called Breakout, and today I'm going to review the last heroes, and it's going to be, the last hero, excuse me, and it's going to be Rocka. So one of the three largest heroes sets, so with along with Furno and Breeze. And as you can see, of course, it's a bag which is bigger than the smaller heroes, and of course we'll find the Lego Hero Factory logo up here. The little thingy here, of course, Rocka in all its glory right there. Black Phantom on the back, and as you can see, they are in the construction tower of, the assembly tower of Hero Factory, which is pretty cool as a scenery, in my opinion. Eljo condition, set number here, the name Rocka, and the fact that under his Hero code you will find a code which will give you 300 Hero points, game points for the new Hero Factory web game. So, on the back, you have a close-up shot of the bulgent and connectors together to show you how these action figures are put together. 1:1 picture scale of Rocka's helmet on the side, how the handcuffs work, how the launcher works, picture of Rocka right there, and another art for the Hero Factory web game with pictures which are not really in the final version of the game, so it's a little, well, not that good. No? It's a little shame, in my opinion. Then you have the instruction booklet right there. So how to enter your game points. Then you have like 13 steps, parts list, Rocka and Black Phantom together to make this common model, which looks like a Scorpio in an ugly version. Even if Scorpio wasn't really that pretty to begin with. Then we have Rocka versus Black Phantom once again because it's his enemy, and then the win page. And that's all for the instruction booklet. So let's enter to the with the set itself, and first the new molds or new recolors in this set. So first the body armor, which comes in gold with a nice print, which kind of remind me of some type of close marks, if I can say so. So of course you have the connector on the back and 4 points of connections. So I'm going to put the parts right there for now, so excuse me if you can see them on the white background. Another armor is this one, so the smaller one in gold, which is pretty cool. You have 2 of them in this set. New hero core with light gray background, and of course the code on the back. You have then this new type of armor, so wounded type of armor in dark metal. So it just has one of them. If you want 2 of them, you will have to buy a second Rocka or Evo, which also got 1 armor like that. We of course have the handcuffs, so with the new color of the chains in dark metal, and the handcuffs part itself with a pinhole and 2 points of connection for both hands. So works quite nice. Then you have the new launcher part, so the upper part in gold, exclusive to this set. So of course with the axle hole, 2 points of connection, and all its details, which are really looking good. Then we have the second part of the launcher, which here comes in trans green, as you can see, so quite fancy, but quite cool. So with just 1 point of connection, unlike the previous Tornax launcher, which got 2 points of connection. Another type of part is this one, because this one is not really a dark metal, but it seems to be a new color, so maybe lighter than dark metal, so well, that's counted as a new part, or new color at least. Then we have the new shield part, which was also released in Breeze but in trans red. Here it's in trans green, and it looks marvelous as always, with some nice effect, as you can see, which really looks great. And it's not finished yet, so then we have the new type of belt right there. So as you can see, I've already linked some spears for the rest of the model, but here the new part is really the belt with all its point of connection here, and of course also on the sides. And of course it is flexible. And finally, the last new part, I have to show you for now, is the helmet. So a new helmet, unlike Breeze, Furno, and Surge, which have their old helmet. Here it's a new one, because obviously the only helmet Rocka had was his 3.0 version, which is an animal version. So well, and it doesn't really even have the same type of points of connection, which is an axle. So pretty cool, asymmetrical with a visor, nice space for the mouth, and I think this will be all for this part. So now it's time to talk about the frame itself. Here we go. So as you can see, 2 remaining, oh excuse me for that guys, 2 remaining new parts are first the head, which comes in trans-light green, really cool. So you can also find this head in Black Phantom and Split Face if you want more of them. And also you can notice that we have these parts in dark gray, which are also new in this wave. As you can see, we're going to use a thin type of body frame, so this means there are no integrated ball joints, also long legs, and as you can see, a small arms here, and as always, well, except for Breeze, we have a wheel on, and also on the other side, just a connector. And on the back, we have this part to cover the hole, which is a 2.0 foot in silver, which was already released in the 3.0 web, even if it seems to be another shade of silver, a lighter one. But well, I'm really bad with colors, so I'm not really going to try. So yes, longer legs, and I think that will be all for that. So now it's time to link all the parts together, guys. See how it works. So first we're going to link this armor with a bot's arms, which will be useful to link the handcuffs. Right there. Going to put a second one. Going to cover this part now. So let me just see. Yes, like that. It will be put this way. Like that. Now it's time to link the body, the body armor. So there we go. Like that. Then this armors on the side. So first a small one, which will be linked to the curved shaped one. Like that. Going to link the shield now, which will be linked, if I'm correct, yes, like that. And then the second part of the shield, well, it's the same, but it will be put this way. Then we have the second arm, which is a little complex because now it's the weapon arm, so it's a little bulky with many parts. So first a small armor, like the left arm. Then I'm going to link this part, which will be used in fact to make like a kind of like a crossbow. I'm going to do that. Then the launcher part, or the upper one, will be linked like that. Then this part will go here. The armor, which is in silver. Then we're going to link the belt part first in this axle hole on the foot, which is placed on the back of the character. And then, thanks to the 2 points of connection here and there, we're going to link them here. And I think that will be, well, that's all for this arm. Now I just have to link the helmet. And finally, the handcuffs, which will be linked right there. So let me just put the instruction booklet aside, pose the character a little better to a turnaround, and well, let's do this turnaround right now. So here you have Rocka finished in its breakout incarnation. So now it's time to talk about the articulations. Okay. So yeah, the articulations. So first we have the legs, so they are free on this pelvis part, as you can see. There is no problems at all. Then you have on the knees, which move a little, well, up to 90 degrees, a little more, but really a little more, not that much. And the feet are pretty free, even if we use large armor, well, wide armor, they are still pretty free, so it's alright. Then we have the arms, which are symmetrical. So for the left one, even if we have a big armor, well, it will just block up to this point, because otherwise we can move this thing up on the sides without any big problems, as you can see right here. Then we have the elbows, which can turn way more than 90 degrees, so it's really good, as you can see, well, a little more than 90 degrees, excuse me. Also we have this articulation right there, which is quite useful to make some pose with the shield, so you can turn it on the sides, and then the hand is totally free. We then have the second arm. So excuse me if I put my hand, it's just that the model will not fall like that, which is free, even with the, well, it's of course because this thing is made in rubber plastic, it kind of, as you can see, spring back when you put it too much like that, but well, it works well. You can turn this up if you want, or down, there is no problems for the left shoulder. Then you have the left elbow, which is really small, but it can be moved up to this point, like that. And then we have a free ball joint for the gun itself, which once again can be moved all the way you want. Of course, this part can be moved like that, so if you want to make it here, you can do that, but just going to put them like that. And of course, the gun can really be fired, and it was pretty nice, even if, because of the shape of the upper part, the hammer will move upward and not in a straight line. The head can be turned down, up, and on the sides without any big problems. I'm now going to do a little comparison with the older versions of Rocka. So Rocka was first released in the 3.0 version, its 3.0 version, in the Jungle Planet wave, and he was a lion, so it looked like that, as you can see. And also, we might, it's not the same scale, but if you really want to know all the vocal characters, it was also released as an XL version, so Titan version in the Jungle Planet wave. So here are the three Rockas together. And that said, I think it's now time to do a little sum up of Rocka. So is it worth it or not? Well, let's see that. So I'm maybe going to do a little pause first. And well, let's talk first about the color scheme. So the color scheme is, in my opinion, all white. I really like the contrast between the gold and dark metal, but there is still some colors which seems a little inappropriate, like for example the silver, which seems a little out of place. Even if we have silver put on three parts, it still seems a little out of place in my opinion. But apart from that, all the colors are well put together and they look pretty nice in my opinion. There is no big problem for the color scheme, it's all white. Then we have the section part, which is really a good point for Rocka because it really has tons of new parts or new colors, so many golden armor which are still useful. For example, shields like that, which are exclusive to this set, this type of armor, new helmet, new body frames, a new launcher in gold and in transparent green. So overall, we really have a nice section of parts with this set. Then you have the construction. Nothing really to talk about except maybe for the gun part, which is pretty complex, so it's really cool in my opinion. Excuse me for the little sounds, guys. Forget to put them off, which is really unprofessional for me. So yeah, you have the gun part, which is quite complex and quite cool in my opinion, even if it's of course not that hard to build. And even the shield is still nice to build because, well, it's quite simple once again, but at least it's a little fun. So yeah, in terms of building, it's all white once again, nothing really impressive, but still a little better than some other sets because of his left arm. Then we have the articulations, which works quite fine in my opinion. It's not once again exceptional, but it's all white. I mean, it's 90 degrees and sometimes a little more, so seriously, it works well, and the arm right there can only be turned the way you want, so in my opinion, it's really good. Then you have the overall design, and for me, the flaws of the overall design are mostly his long legs, which are maybe too long in my opinion, because it seems a little disproportionate to have these long legs put like that. And well, apart from the legs, I think it lacks something that some other heroes are. So for example, Evo and Breeze have some type of a nice overall design which looks good, and on Rocka it's not the same thing. Rocka fails to have a compact and overall nice design because, well, he has many interesting parts. For example, I like the shield on the arm, I like the gun right there, the legs looks good, the helmet looks pretty fine, but when you put all these parts together, it doesn't look that good. So yeah, taken each of these parts apart, they look nice, but all together, they don't look that nice. So yes, it's a little weird to explain, but let me say that Rocka is a good set, really tons of new parts, good articulations and nice overall design, but not the best heroes released in this wave, in my opinion. So yeah, if you want to buy a hero, if you want to know the first hero to buy, I would still recommend you to buy Breeze at this scale or Evo at a smaller scale, but not necessarily Rocka even if it's still a good hero, really a nice set, but well, it lacks a little something to really make him excellent and a must-have, which is not. But well, that's just my opinion once again. And that's it. I think that's all for this review, guys. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them. I will happily answer them as usual. And that said, well, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and see you later for another Hero Factory video review. Bye bye.